Good evening, everyone. Okay, can we start now? Okay, good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? Please, if you can hear me so that I'll know whether I am offline while I'm talking, so that I don't keep talking when I'm offline. Okay, today we're going to admin. Admin.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so you said we should start in 5 minutes time, but I'm looking at the time. It's not yet up to 5 minutes, so should I start regardless?
Okay. I mean, you can start with revision from last class so that you have enough time for this class.
Okay, it's exactly 5 minutes now, so we are going to start. Regardless of whether the other people are here or not. And the good thing is that we're recording it, right? So I'll start right away. My name is Tonia Eze. I'm an engineer by profession and also a member of Grand Time School. By the way, today is Nigeria's Independence Day. So as a true patriot, I'll just let our non-Nigerian members to know that today is our national day and we wish Nigeria a happy Independence Day before I proceed. So we weren't able to have the last class because of we had some technical issues um, in our Zoom conferencing call. So we had to move that class to this particular one. So I'll just briefly do a recap of what we had the previous, not the past week, the last 2 weeks, so that I will now proceed with this new class. So what we discussed the other week before the last is about the different types of trades on Binance. Because if you remember, we talked about different types of exchanges. I will call Binance, Mex, Crypto.com, Hotbit, KuCoin, and the rest. So we now narrowed it down to Binance because we eventually um, saw how the use case of Binance is, and then we said this from our inferences, we said this is the best exchange. So then we now discuss about the types of trades. I'm just giving a recap, by the way. The types of trades we have on Binance as our case study of a type of exchange. We have futures trade, we have spot trade, we have P2P trade, and also we have marginal trade. So we're able to explain and talk about all these trades, their advantages and their disadvantages, and also the risk involved. So we talked about spot trade and we talked about how you can set your buy limit, your sell limit, and your stop loss. I don't know if you can remember. We also talked about um, P2P trade. We talked about P2P trade and we're able to talk about the dynamics of P2P trade. How you can convert your fiat, that's your local currency or your legal tender in your country, to digital currency like BTC, BNB, USDT, and all of that. That's majorly what P2P is. You're just like a peer-to-peer system whereby buyers meet sellers without any, well, in this case, Binance is the escrow because it's until you pay your money before the person that is selling to you will release his or her digital currency, that's the crypto. In the cases of P2P, the person with the fiat pays first, then the person that has the cryptocurrency, that's the digital currency, then releases it. We talked about that on P2P. Then we also talked about the risk, like the risk of trading futures. I don't know if you can remember if you don't set your stop loss, of course, you're going to get liquidated. And the Binance will send you their love letter. It's just like people just nickname the love letter, but it's like a liquidation mail that you have been liquidated. And in this case, liquidation means that all your assets you have for trading has been, like, you've lost it. You don't have access to it anymore. So if you're trading, I also mentioned that if you're trading futures, you have to be very good with technical analysis, and also you have to keep your ears down for fundamental analysis. I was also able to talk about the different types of analysis. I talked about technical, I talked about fundamental. Now, I don't know if I should refer, well, let me refresh each and every one of us memory on this one. Fundamental analysis is just more or less like the news and all of that's happening in the ecosystem. For instance, if you hear that, okay, one dev has decided to pull out of the team, of course, it's going to affect the market. It has nothing to do with the technical analysis. Or maybe if you hear that Russia and Ukraine, there was a time Russia and Ukraine, all of those threats, it affected the market negatively. Even, to be honest, even when Queen Elizabeth died, it affected the market. Yes, if we can look at it critically, not only even the stock crypto market, it also affected the stock market, and also it also affected the forex market. Now, fundamental analysis is more like the really in what's it called, technical analysis all the time. This is because fundamental analysis, most times, from my own experience, most times fundamental analysis supersedes technical analysis, to be very honest. Because if you like, do your reading, read your charts, draw your trend line, do your Fibonacci retracement, do all of that, and one news will just come. Okay, remember that Dogecoin time, for those of us that have been in the crypto space, even in 2020, Elon Musk can just come up and tweet something and write about Doge. Immediately, the market will pump because Elon Musk is an influence in the crypto market, and he was influencing Dogecoin. So whenever he makes an announcement, it affects the market. Yeah, because he has the power. People were like, he has the power to pump the market. Pumping means like to make the particular coin to go up. Now, if he says, oh, I'm no longer taking Dogecoin in my portfolio, the market drops. So it has nothing to do with your technical analysis. Yeah. So whenever you're doing your technical analysis, you have to be sure that you're keeping your ears down for fundamental analysis so that you don't get liquidated. Yeah. Now, that's not all. In technical analysis, there are so many tools you can use to do your technical analysis. You have Fibonacci retracement to know when the market will retrace for you to enter. Then when it pumps, you sell. Always have this at the back of your mind: buy low, sell high. So that's technical analysis. So after you must have drawn your trend line, after you must have drawn your RSI, all of moving averages, dollar cost averaging, and all of that. After you must have done that, you can now say, okay, this is the direction this trade is going. Then you take your trade. That way, you avoid liquidation. Now, oh wow, okay, I don't want to over recap on this particular one because we were supposed to discuss this last week. So I'll just move straight to the topic of the day, which is features, concepts, trading on Binance and the risk. Oh wow, I've also even I've even said about the risk actually without even knowing it in the name of recapping. So I'll just just swing in and get it rolling. Now, let's talk about the concept of Binance. First things first, you have to know, for a layman, Binance is an online exchange. It's an online exchange. It's not physical. It's an app. It's a software. Let me break it down that way. It's a software on your phone, an application on your phone, where users can trade cryptocurrencies. We already know what cryptocurrencies are. We've already talked about it. Then it supports most commonly traded cryptocurrencies. To be honest, it's not all the cryptocurrencies that are on Binance. If you've made your research before you can launch anything on Binance, there are rules, there are ground rules you must follow. They have to know the development team behind it. They have to know the use case. There are so many rules you have to follow because somehow I've been privy to that information. Before you see any coin on Binance, you should know that they must have scrutinized them. And guess what? Binance can list and delist coins. Yes. Now, so Binance is an online exchange where users trade cryptocurrencies, and it's most commonly traded cryptocurrencies that you will see there. You can't see any roadside cryptocurrency on Binance. Even if they are there, with time they'll just delete them if they don't meet up with the what's it called, the qualities of the coins that are supposed to be on Binance. Binance provides a crypto wallet for traders to store their electronic funds. Electronic funds are assets, okay? Example, USDT, BTC, BNB, Ethereum, Litecoin. So all these coins are assets, they are electronic funds. When I was in Dubai, a friend of mine told me that if I'd run out, like because the dollars I came into the country with had exhausted. So he told me that there are some shops that you can go and buy things and pay with your BTC, pay with your USDT, and also pay with BNB. And it's true. You go there, you tell them, I want to buy this handbag, I want to buy this clothes, and they say, okay, this is the bill. You say, can I have your wallet address? They send the wallet address and you pay in Dubai Mall. In Dubai Mall. In fact, he told me that in fact he started trading. He started trading with his USDT because he didn't even want to go and start looking for dollars anywhere. And you can even transfer to them and they give you dirham because their local currency is dirham. So what I'm trying to say is that some of these advanced countries, they have started accepting cryptocurrency as legal tenders. To be very honest, you can go to their shops and you pay with cryptocurrencies and they will accept it because they know that they can still liquidate it back to their local currency. Okay. Now, these electronic funds are also assets. That's what I was trying to bring out. They're not just electronic funds, they're also assets. There's a real estate company that even said, come and buy with your BTC. We accept BTC. Come and buy a house with your cryptocurrencies. We accept it. Now, the exchange, Binance also has supporting services for users to earn interest or transact using cryptocurrencies. What I mean by this is, if you're on Binance Africa Telegram group or Binance Nigeria Telegram group, you hear things like Binance Angels. Binance Angels are like support. They are like admin. Yes, admin. They are admins that will, they're kind of checkmate what is going on the group. And also, if you have any trade on Binance or your P2P and you're having issues, the support to come in. That's what I mean by the exchange also has supporting services for users to earn interest or transact using cryptocurrencies. So these Binance Angels, this support, they are the ones that are there. Like if, for instance, for instance, I'm giving you an instance now, you make any transaction on P2P and the person refuses to release the cryptocurrency. This is how it works. When two people come together and say, I want to trade cryptocurrency, then I want to buy, automatically, as you're on that P2P, Binance serves as escrow. We all know, I don't know if you know what an escrow is. An escrow is a third party, like a neutral third party that doesn't support both the buyer and the seller. His or her own work is to ensure that this trade is carried out without anybody being cheated because they are there to ensure that the trade is being carried out. The buyer gives to the seller and the seller pays. Sorry, the seller gives to the buyer and the buyer pays. So that's their work. So these are the supporting services that Binance gives. You see something like, oh, I'm a Binance angel. These angels are being paid by Binance to checkmate what is going on on that group chat. They are also admin. They call them admin as well. Now, that's not all. they wouldn't want to trade with I wouldn't say, okay, let me just be mild. They don't want to trade with someone who they do not know. So you must do your KYC, and then you must keep your bank account on their platform so that whenever you're transacting, the person pays, then you release. Okay. And I learned that based on your level of verification, there are some trade like you can't do more than 20 million transactions and all of that. So with time, they'll say, okay, from regular whatever to intermediary to expert to VIP and the rest. So there are stages to these things on Binance. Now, okay, now, like I said earlier, before you trade on Binance, the only part of trading that you don't really have to read charts or look out for technical or fundamental analysis is P2P, because by the time you have your buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or BNB or USDT, before you even make up your mind that you want to sell it, you should already know that you have already calculated the amount you're going to make, because the prices are always there. The prices are always there. So, I tried to share my screen the other day to show us some practical examples, but I think there's a clause to it, because Binance doesn't allow screen sharing on their platform because they feel like their sensitive information they wouldn't want to reveal to whoever is viewing it. Okay. So I wasn't able to share my screen and also to show one or two. So maybe in your own private time, you just decide to go through the app, okay, play around with it. Those that don't know how to trade, you can just play around with it, then look at the buy, the sell, look at the price. Also, there's Express. There's what they call Express on P2P. That is to say, you want some money faster. However, the disadvantages of doing that Express is that you won't make as much profit as when you go the normal getting a buyer, waiting for them to accept to buy from you, or getting a seller, then waiting for them to sell to you. Express automatically it goes, but the fees are high as well. So that's just the difference. And um I would also say that you have to be smart, because there are some unscrupulous people there that will tell you